Right, my name is Katrina Moltow and this is my practical assessment. Right, Dean and Paul have agreed to come along today to do the assessment and they are playing two roles. Are you both happy to be recorded?
Yes.
Yes.
Right, now thank you very much for coming along today. The idea of this focus group is to get some understanding of what sort of program we could run for independent living for people within our group. Now this is a large group today, there's 10 of you here, but anyone that wants to put some input into some suggestions for a program that we'd like to run, then we're open to ideas, and those will go forward to the program management team who will be putting forward a program suggestion into the future. So I think I'm sort of going to open it up to the whole group and find out what sort of things you're interested in learning to become independent, because it's already been suggested by a few within our organisation that people would like to learn those skills or independent living skills. So feel free to throw ideas. I'm going to write them down and put them forward at our program management meeting and see if those suggestions can be utilised. Yeah, all suggestions are gratefully accepted. We've also got programs within our organisation which you're probably already aware of, our social, leisure and outdoor or outside activities. So we'll come back to those at some stage and chat about those too. So for you guys to understand and learn learning skills and living skills and independent skills, what sort of things would you like to learn that you think would be important in a course?
Well, I'm already working, so I'm not worried about it so much, but I have to rely on my mum for transport, which is not real good.
Right, so you're relying on your mum to get you to work and back every day. So are there other ways for you to get to work?
I try to catch the buses, but I get confused with the timetables.
Right, okay. Alright, so that's one thing there. So we've got a transport thing. Do you work a 9 to 5 job, like normal hours?
No, just part-time.
Part-time, and they're regular
No,
hours?
it's higgledy-piggledy.
They change all over the week. Okay, what about weekend work?
I don't think I work weekends.
No, okay. So have you actually caught public transport before?
Yeah, but I get lost.
You still get lost, okay. Well, it's funny, I can get lost on public transport too.
Yeah.
Alright, so that's something that we can look at. I think you obviously don't want to sort of be relying on your mum to get you to work and home from work every day. Do you have a bus depot close by, like a bus pickup point?
Well, bus stop's not too far away, but I just actually get confused.
Yep, okay. So bus stop close by. We could definitely do some research into the bus run. I can see that you are confused about that, and you've said that you are. So there might be ways to get around that. It may require someone possibly to go with you on the bus and teach you the routine, the schedule that bus actually has. We can also organise to chat with the driver of the bus so that they're aware of who you are and that you're getting on the bus. There's numerous things that we can do here to assist you to independently live, to get the transport. Reminders from someone, alarms that are set to remind you to go down to the bus to get on it. There's things that we can put into place. So, alright, so that's one thing that we can look at, a transport. What about taxis? Do you get any sort of concession with taxis at all?
I don't know.
No, you don't know. Okay, so that's something else we can look at. Because there may be a community bus service that runs into your area and into town on a daily basis. That may be a possibility. Do you have friends that you work with in your work environment that live close by, that work the same hours that you do?
I don't think so, no.
No, okay, so no help from employees. No employees. Work there as well. You enjoy your job?
Yes, I do.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. And how many hours a week do you do in your job? Is it part-time?
Well, about 20,
20
I suppose.
hours a week? Yeah, we'll go 20. No employees. Close by. Okay, so we've got some things that we can look at. Alright, so that's transport. What other things? I mean, you said about we're talking about independent living here. Are there other things that you can't do at home that you have to get help with? Like,
Yeah, I'd like to learn how to cook Italian food, but Mum won't let me.
right.
So I thought we could go to Rome or something like that, and I could learn from the professional Italians how to cook pasta properly.
Do you know, I wouldn't mind doing that myself.
And could I have $1 million too, because that'd make life a lot easier.
Okay, we can't do much with $1 million,
We could build a
unfortunately.
share house.
The share house is a great idea as well, but this program won't have the funding to cover that. But we can certainly teach you budgeting skills. So if you wanted to go on a trip somewhere like that, we can assist you in learning how to budget for one. So that is an option. So cooking Italian, why doesn't your mum want you to learn how to cook Italian?
Oh, because I make a mess everywhere when I cook, I suppose.
Okay.
And I'm a bit dangerous in the kitchen.
Okay. Alright, so there are skills there that definitely need to be learnt. So things like turning the stove off, remembering to turn the oven off, learning how to clean up and what cleaning agents to use that are safe around the kitchen. Okay, so they're life skills as well. There are alarms on appliances that can be utilised, clocks that will be put on ovens that will turn ovens off after a period of time, and safety switches that can be set in a house. So there are things here that we could utilise to support you with the cooking. Are you keen to learn how to cook?
Yeah.
Okay, not just Italian but other food as well?
Oh, if I have to, but mostly Italian. Not pizza.
Oh, pizza. We'd all like to learn how to cook pizza. Okay, that's an option then. Right, so we've basically got the transport issue as something you'd like to learn how to get yourself to work independently. Cooking and cleaning, roughly. And dangerous. Safety, we'll call it. Safety around the house. Do you have alarms set up in your house, like fire alarms?
Oh, I suppose, but like I'm at home with Mum and Dad, so...
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
So at the moment, yeah.
Yeah, because we moved here a few months ago.
Yep. So are you looking independently to move out on your own and live independently of your mum and dad?
I reckon so, yeah.
Yeah, okay. So that's an option too.
I just want to cook.
Okay, we just want to cook. We do. Okay, what about you? What was your name?
Samantha.
Samantha. Okay. What would you like to learn? What would you think you can get out of it?
Well, I would like to be able to live independently.
Yeah.
But to do that, I need to learn life skills. Yeah. And that's the same as Sean because of cooking
Yeah.
and getting a job.
Yeah.
So I need to know how to go to interviews and how to apply for jobs.
Yeah.
And I'd like to move into a share home because then I'd have company, but I would be independent of family and I could still see them when I liked, but I would be looking after myself.
Yeah.
And that's what I'm sort of aiming for.
So my understanding is that at some stage you would be looking to move out of your parents' home and live on your own or with others.
But I think I obviously must have a job to pay my way.
Yeah.
So I really need to work.
Okay. Alright, so we've got job hunting down for you.
Yeah.
And just general living. So the
Yes.
day-to-day stuff like cooking, cleaning, washing, you know how to use a washing machine and a dryer.
Yes, that's not a problem. I would like to go to some cooking classes as well.
So
Yeah, let's go to Rome.
Yeah.
cooking classes are high on the list. What sort of cooking do you like to do, Samantha?
Oh, just the basics really, like being able to make shepherd's pie or simple stuff and custards and things like that.
Yeah, I'd like to learn that too.
So would I.
Yeah.
Especially the real way, with eggs.
Mm.
You'd like to learn how to make custard. Oh, it's really lovely with eggs. Okay, so cooking there, I think in the group is probably something everybody really wants to learn.
Yeah.
And everyone will be at different levels. Like some people can cook an egg, a soft dippy egg, whereas others can't.
At the moment, Mum won't let me cook jelly.
Showing that you cook jelly.
Yeah.
Oh.
She went just use the boiling water.
Well, it's boiling water, isn't it?
So that tells me a few things already. Well, one, she trusts you use the boiling water, and two, you must be able to use a measuring cup.
Don't use the oven though.
Yeah.
I'm not allowed to use the oven. I'm allowed to use boiling water.
So what are your skills like with reading and writing? I know that you've got a slight impairment. Can you actually read? Like, what's your vision like?
Well, I can read, but I can't see very well. So
Oh.
I had an accident, so I acquired a brain injury.
Yeah.
So that's kind of door's been shut, really.
Yeah.
So I have bad vision, and I've got sponsored employment, so there's always someone following me around.
So if I gave you a cookbook, would you be able to read the cookbook?
If it was large print, maybe.
Large print.
Yeah.
Okay. Right. That's something else to look at. Or magnifying glasses. Have you ever used magnifying glasses to read print? Or
No, they're not real good. No.
They don't work.
No.
Okay. All right. That was an option as well. What about you? Do you have any sort of vision impairment when you're? No.
Not really, but I just need help with sort of applying for jobs and that kind of thing, basic stuff.
Basics, yeah. All right.
Yeah.
Oh, well, I really appreciate that. We've sort of thrown a fair bit there. Are there any other things that you can think of that are outside of this independent living, like learning to drive a car or...
Oh yes, that would be a really good one.
I'd like to do that too.
Yeah.
I don't think that I'll be allowed to do that.
No.
Okay. What
I like
about...
going to activities and things like that, but
Yeah.
not if they're boring and I've got to listen to boring speakers.
Yeah.
Yeah, like church.
Well, we're running 3 programs at the moment. Our social and our leisure programs, and also extra programs.
Mm.
What's the extra programs?
I think that would be things like maybe...
Documentary?
No,
Oh.
nothing like that. There's no cooking there. Learning how to go to the library, say, and using the system there, or how to get a book. You know, it's sort of simplified processes.
Yeah.
So things that, like going to the checkout and using the self-serve, putting your barcodes through, you know, there's sort of things that we do with the extra programs. Going to the ATM with a key card and putting your PIN in and covering your PIN number. We teach people that sort of stuff in the extra skills.
Yes.
So they're all day-to-day things that people need to do.
Yeah.
There might be things in that program already that you two might be interested in, and the other 8 people that are here that may be interested in learning.
Yes, we need to be able to look after ourselves and do our own thing.
Okay.
Really.
So I think the consensus in the group is everyone would like to learn how to make pizza, because and even I would. So cooking is fairly high on the list there. I think general things around the house, security. I haven't sort of brought security up when you're independent living, but lighting around a house, locks on doors, windows that are closed, things like that. Some people do need to learn that as well, and understand at night time that you need to lock your windows, or go around and do a routine check to make sure that your doors are locked, stuff like that. You know, that's part of being safe in a home environment.
Yeah.
So that you can independently live. And who to call if you're in trouble.
Yes, that would be handy.
You know, so if you're living on your own, then you need to have someone that you can ring pretty well straight away next to a phone. If you're living with people, other people sharing a house, it's a little bit different.
Yeah.
You've got other people there to help you.
Yes.
And how to use a fire hydrant. Does anyone here know how to use a fire hydrant?
No, not really.
Extinguisher?
No.
No.
Give us some help
So
with
they're
that.
simple things that you would probably have in a kitchen if you're cooking and a fire broke out, how to handle that and what to do. So if it was like a fat fire in a fry pan, or if your tea towel catches alight when you get something out of the oven. It sounds silly, but one little thing can turn into a huge blaze. Just understand those things.
Mum does all that stuff for me, so I don't worry about that.
Okay. So...
But I'd like to go to the group to learn, that'd be good.
Yeah, alright. So are you part of our social and leisure activities at the moment?
Yeah, I think so.
You're going to some of the activities and the
Yeah,
social...
go to the social ones because I like to meet the people.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's a good thing that can be ongoing. Is that something you'll continue to do? And
I reckon, yeah.
Yeah, okay. And you, Samantha, are you involved in any of our social and leisure
Oh
activities?
yes, I like going to those and
Yeah.
meeting other people and talking to them and
Great.
finding out things.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, so that's one good part of our program and organisation. All right. So this what we're doing here and what you've given me today is the sort of feedback we need to put forward to develop a program. And the program will develop with, and I'm going to call this word stakeholders. Stakeholders might be government departments that help finance, our management team, and who's within our own organisation to actually run the program. So obviously we've got to have skilled people to be able to train.
I thought we were going to learn to cook steak.
Steak we can put on the list.
Oh, okay.
Everything, anything that you want to learn, and it'll just be the basics, but learning how to cook a steak would be a basic.
Yes.
Cooking an egg, making a cup of tea, you know, you can probably already do those things, like you'd be able to make yourself a drink, I would have thought. Okay, so I'll just say thank you very much for your input, and we'll put it towards the program, and somewhere in the next couple of months we'll be developing that program. As you've put so much towards the input of this, a lot of that will be taken into account, and then you'll be invited to, I'll ask whether you'd like to join the program when it starts. So if you are interested in doing the program, I'll put your names on the list, and then we'll have our first program attendees already set up.
Yes.
Awesome, great. Thank you very much for coming along today.
Thank you.
Yeah.